What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to some more Marvel Snap, and today we're playing really not that serious of a deck. It's just trying to play around the current featured location, which is Quantum Tunnel. So it's kind of like a Lockjaw deck, but we're not taking the deck slot up to use Lockjaw, which is its own little risk, but when there's featured locations around, and they're new ones that I feel like messing around with, I don't particularly worry about making the most competitive deck. I just try and have fun for the couple days that the new location's out, and then I go back to playing my normal decks. So that's what we're doing here. We've got some chunky cards to come out, Dr. Doom to go wide. The goal is ideally, if you hit the tunnel, you put Electro back into your deck on turn 3, which ramps you permanently, and then you hide Electro for a while. Then you start playing out all these big guys. Vision can move all around. Black Bolt, because you guys know, anytime I can shove Black Bolt into a deck, I'm going to do it. And then Doom, Magneto, Giganto, Infinite. These three are our big guys, Doom to go wide, because sometimes you can wind up focusing on the tunnel. And another card that I like to shove into decks when I can is our boy M'Baku. The goal being, use M'Baku as a cheap trigger for the tunnel. Hopefully keep him in the deck, have him pop out at the end of the game, and doesn't often win you games, but it's cool. So yeah, let's go hop on into some games. Got our first matchup against Gideon. Death's Domain honestly is okay. We have Nightcrawler to play onto Death's Domain. We have Dr. Doom. We have Vision. They're all in our hand as well. But we've got options to get cards onto Death's Domain. Is what I'm trying to say. I mean, he knows I'm putting that card there. I'm gonna hold on to M'Baku just in case this winds up being the tunnel. That's a bot play, right? Gotta be. Let's play the Electro on Death's Domain. That'll get me up to 5. We will discard one of their cards. I think it's like Black Bolt, Vision, M'Baku, Doom? Something like that. That's probably our line. We could probably snap here. I'm pretty confident we're going to win. There's a decent chance that that's a bot. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so what's in our deck still? Our only cheap card left in the deck is Psylocke, I think. Other than that, we have Magneto, Arrow, and Giganto. So I think it's probably always worth it to play Jubilee here. And again, I should be snapping. Ooh, White Tiger. So this is not going to be a guarantee for us there. Is there any better plays for us? I don't think so. I think that's the best play. It's just Doom, go wide. Definitely was a Patriot bot, I think, but we were able to steal some wins, and that was actually closer than I was anticipating. I don't know why I'm never expecting the Ultron on turn 6. I know it's their main play, but regardless, let's hop on into them. One of the things that I always have to navigate when I'm playing these decks that go all in on the locations is the locations only come in, I think, 40% of games. So it's not like they're guaranteed at all. So like a game like last game, you really just have to find a way to survive. Magneto on Fisk Tower could be incredible if they play a Dracula soon. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty tough. We actually might be able to arrow into Magneto. Sword, okay. there's a very high chance to unfortunately hit a cheap card. Half of our deck is crappy cards. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty solid. Not even a front.
Enough said, bub.
Okay. There's a pretty solid chance they just play stuff onto Quantum Tunnel. So I really kind of want an arrow here. Like arrow into Magneto. So my deck right now is M'Baku, Nightcrawler, Infinite, and I can't think of my last card. And Doom. So actually, Jubilee on Tunnel might be pretty solid here. Okay, that's pretty solid. The concern here being, can we beat whatever their last play is? My biggest concern being if they have a MODOK, this Morbius might get big enough to beat us, but play it out. They are going to retreat.
Victory.
Jubilee wound up being pretty sweet. That worked out fantastically. Let's hop on into game 3. I thought that was a tunnel for a second. They kind of have similar color palettes. We have pretty good cards for Throne Room. We just have to get our ramp going. Play this. Next turn I can play 4. Only problem being I don't have a 4. I'm a little hesitant to play Nightcrawler because I feel like they have a big guy. Okay. If we Kemartage, we can play 6 cost next turn. My only concern with Magneto here is if I Magneto onto Throne Room, it's likely that a Lockjaw deck will be able to beat me on Throne Room, but I'll still try it. It's great for our Infinite. I think it's gonna be probably like Vision into Infinite. They're gonna pull Wasp and Jane Foster, which will pull their hammer thing. Alright, so that lane is locked out. This will give us 8 power here. I think Infinite's always the play. Doctor Doom is an option. I just don't think Doctor Doom will beat Thor in the middle because it will not. So it comes down to, do they have Shang? Or like, even Wolfsbane probably beats us here, I think. Wolfsbane would give them 11 plus 12, 13. They'd be at 23, we'd be at 21. So Wolfsbane would beat us. But that's nothing we can really do about that. No, I don't think Wolfsbane would beat us. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Sweet. that one, another no tunnel game, but we used Psylocke to ramp a little bit, and then we just kind of rode it to the end from there. Let's try and get one more game. I feel like we did. Dream Dimension could be annoying for us unless we get Electro or something out before then. If we can ramp before Dream Dimension, then we can play a 5-on-5. Which sounds silly, but obviously that's the kind of thing you're going for with something like that. I'm actually just going to play out M'Baku, I think. So it looks like we have our plays kind of settled. And like, if there is a tunnel, we're probably gonna want to like Electro into Jubilee on tunnel. And there is not a tunnel. Okay. We have Electro, M'Baku, and Nightcrawler, which means Psylocke is our only crappy card left in the deck. Otherwise, we have Giganto, Magneto, Black Bolt, and one other card, an Arrow. So I think Jubilee will be pretty solid here. It's just, where do we want her? Probably. They're gonna pass. We're gonna hit Doom. That's pretty solid. Now, do we go for the Black Bolt or the Vision? Like, truthfully, I just feel like there's no way we're ever going to be fighting for the left lane. I feel like we don't really have enough power going on here either way. You can see what Black Bolt's all about. Alright, so we've helped them out a bit. But they lost their MODOK. Which should leave them devoid of some pretty good options, I think. No MODOK means your best play is probably either Apocalypse, Chavez, or like Swarm Dracula. Or Onslaught Morbius. That means that the Black Bolt play was a 50-50 between Morbius and Swarm for an instant win, and instead we helped them out. That's unfortunate. That would have been incredible. They probably would have retreated if we hit that Morbius. Unless they top decked it. There is a possibility that they top decked it. So it was either a top deck or we missed the 50-50. Which, you know, not too bad. I could have played Magneto here, but I was not anticipating them to have the Morbius at that point. I figured they would have played it out already. Especially, like I said, since we dodged Black Bolt. But, you know, that's fine. We only got one tunnel game in here, but as you've seen, the deck can operate as kind of just like a Electro ramp deck otherwise. But if you're building an actual Electro ramp deck, there's probably slightly more safe ways to do it. Like I mentioned, this is really just built all in on going for the tunnel. And sometimes your 40% doesn't hit quite as often. But, you know, it's still fun to play with, and you can go pretty cube positive with this deck. It works out pretty well. So yeah, give it a try. It's, like I said, just a for fun deck. I would not say this is a laddering deck, but it's a lot of fun to play. So yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. Please consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. A lot of you guys are not subscribed. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.